What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at a couple of things related to patch 11.1 that we just got data mined last night, and a lot of them are really cool, really interesting, and I like the direction that we're going in. And a lot of the items are extremely cool, but the way to obtain them is kind of meh. So that's what we're going to get into. Firstly, though, big thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. The 0 to 10 million gold guide contains every single tactic and method that I personally use in order to achieve hundreds of millions of gold. It also gets updated for life completely for free once you get it, automatically sent to your email. So if you don't have it already, you can find it linked down below in the description. And by using the discount code STUDENT, you get it for 50% off. If you already have it, you can, of course, consider signing it on the VIP Discord, which is pretty much like a Patreon where you support me as a content creator. But you also get a bunch of cool exclusive benefits, like being able to watch all of these YouTube videos before they go public on YouTube. You get exclusive gold tips, multiple spreadsheets for various gold making, investments, and much, much more. But now we're going to take a look at the less interesting and the more interesting news that we know so far, depending on what your interests are at. So, first, I want to mention like these backpack transmogs that's been data mined, which I think are really, really cool. There's like this battery one, the Goblin rocket, and then you have the race engines, which are absolutely badass. You also have this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles backpack with the spikes going in and out, like really, really cool. Now, how you obtain these so far is basically likely renowned tracks, right? As you get them, as you progress your renown, but everything is subject to change in the future as well, which is what we will see later on in this video. Uh, they also have done a bunch of changes to delves where they're definitely not done. But a lot of the delve changes are interesting. Like you can now choose Tank Bran to go with you inside the delve. They have new affixes, new map system, and there's a bunch of cool things, new powers as well inside delves. However, though, without sounding like I'm too negative about the delve changes, but I do feel like delves need something else added to them for the longevity of delves. Like it was great when they first came out because people used them to gear up. In some cases, people used them to level up as well, but it kind of stopped there. So, in my opinion, if you look at something like time walking, why are people doing time walking? Well, somebody is doing it to catch up on a reputation. Somebody is using it for leveling. Somebody is using it for gearing up. And then you also have the completionists and the collectors going for like a very rare mount, the Time Reaver, as an example. I feel like Delves needs to have something like that, and it should be something that like something that's good for the economy. Like maybe they look at something, let's say Island Expedition. I know how much you guys love Island Expeditions, but that's now to this day evergreen content because you can collect mounts running Island Expeditions, they're POP, but you can also get collectibles and they are all tradable. In Delves, they're all soulbound, so the only people that would run Delves for cosmetic items are the actual collectors. But with something like Island Expedition, you have both the collectors and also the people wanting to make gold that would run them. And I think that something Blizzard should look into with the delves as well. Pretty much just implement more reason to do delves throughout the entire season and don't let them die out once the expansion is out. Give them a reason to be evergreen content as well. Now, there is a lot of class changes, but I'm going to link this one down below because that obviously depends on what you're playing. The first thing I do whenever there's class changes is I scroll down to the druid section and I see if there's anything cool that will change or like basically make druids better for gold farming, like a wider range on the abilities or anything like that. But so far, it's pretty dull from a gold farming perspective on a druid. But there's a lot of big changes for other classes. That's being data mined for, or not data mined. This was literally announced by Blizzard, though, for the PTR for 11.1. Now, on to the next thing, which I think is very badass, but could have been executed better, is the new mounts that we have coming in, that we've been data mined in the patch 11.1. Now, don't get me wrong, I think a lot of these mounts are badass. Now, how we obtain them is not 100% yet, and it's subject to change, but a lot of the new mounts are dropping from these troves, which is believed to be similar to how you have Askahef now. As you're progressing with the renown, like the faction, you get these chests that contains like materials, raw gold, and then a chance of gear, and these chests can have the mounts inside of them. But it's just like a Legion, where you're farming reputation crates, you reach Exalted, and then for every like 6,000 reputation above that, you get like a crate that has a chance of giving you a mount, which is not people's favorite way of going for mounts. It's not something that you really work towards. It's more like an RNG kind of thing, which I feel like the community, as far as I'm aware, made Blizzard aware of that they did not enjoy. So, interesting thing, there's also a couple of mounts right here. Like, I do really love the design on a lot of these mounts, but a lot of them went, like, the source of them went from being from a vendor, which would just cost resonance crystals, to now being like placed in under something else, maybe a different vendor, different cost. Some items they moved from like coming from a vendor in the first place to like this one to dropping in one of the troves. So I feel like Blizzard should look back at what they've done successfully, specifically talking about BFA and the BFA mounts. I never heard any single complaint about the mounts in BFA. They would drop from any humanoid in every single zone in the BFA zones. It was a world drop, so it's evergreen content. People could farm for it themselves, or they could just simply spend their time doing something that they actually want to do and simply just purchase one on the auction house. It's evergreen content. I feel like we're missing that. I might be biased though, because I'm a gold farmer. That's something that I would really, really like. But I feel like it's about time to implement collectible items in forms of world drops, battle pets from world drops. We're not talking about like specific rare elites that might have a chance of dropping you a pet, but kill these yellow whelplings and they have a chance at giving you a battle pet. Kill these mobs and they have a chance of giving you the black tabby cat. Like, there's so many good battle pets in different expansions that comes from just grinding out mobs in the open world, and BFA with the mounts as well. Like, I haven't heard anyone complain about that system, but a lot of people complaining about the current way that they're dealing with it. So hopefully that's something that Blizzard gets enough feedback on to the point where they will actually change it in the future. But that's just my stance on it. Please feel free to let me know what your thoughts on that is down below in the description. But that was pretty much it for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide together with the VIP Discord. See you all back in at tomorrow's video. Bye bye.